Welcome to everyone from the Moving Mountains program. Well, here we are together, week 4, diving into our relationship with our spiritual body and the divine nature, our divine nature that is alive and awake within us at all times. So the purpose for this video is to simply go over the technique that we did together on the introductory call and give you a really good feeling for it so you can be practicing it on your own in this coming week. But before we begin, I wanted to take a moment to do this little introduction outside in nature. For me, I'm living in Ashland, Oregon, and we're just starting to come out of winter. We're just starting to feel the little whispers of spring. And it's an incredibly beautiful day. The sun's out, it's a blue sky, and I couldn't resist but to take you with me outside for a moment into nature. And to begin this video, really opening the doorway to how we can find our connection to spirit, help nurture and nourish our spiritual body by taking moments in nature. Taking time to be with nature, to be in the energy of the natural world. Spirit is so present in the natural world. It is alive and waiting for us to connect to it. And the natural world offers us a very clear reflection, energy, for us to, when we become present, drop into our center and then connect into that space. As the Indigenous people of Australia speak about, the great creation song. So welcome to this 4th video, and let's go inside and do the technique together. So that brings us to the technique. And before you begin, I encourage you, as with the previous 3 techniques, to create sacred space for yourself, to create some time to practice this where you're not going to be interrupted. Quiet, sacred time for you to dive into the presence, the divinity within. So the first step in the technique is simply creating space for yourself to not be interrupted, and then practicing the becoming aware of the breath exercise, the technique that we did in the first week together. And that's as simple as closing your eyes for a moment. We're tuning out the outside world and tuning into our inner world, our internal world. So closing your eyes and begin to become aware of your breath. For this first part of the technique, as you lead into doing the becoming aware of the breath exercise, 3 conscious breaths, being aware of your breath, just firstly close your eyes and notice your breath. Just observe your breathing. The inhale and the exhale. Bring your attention and your presence into this moment of now. Come into this present moment with your breath. And then begin the becoming aware of the breath technique. And do that 3 times, 3 conscious breaths. And it's as simple as breathing in through the nose and breathing deep down into the lungs, being present with your breath, and breathing out through the mouth. Deep, extended breath out, slowing your breath down slightly and being present with your breath. So just practice the 3 conscious breaths as we did in becoming aware of the breath. Step 2, we look at quietening the mind and bringing in the technique that we did in week 2 for quietening, clearing, and releasing the thoughts and coming into the present moment. And that's as simple as taking another 3 conscious breaths. So the first step is 3 conscious breaths, becoming aware of the breath. Second step is 3 conscious breaths, quietening the mind. So it's as simple as breathing in through the nose, breathing deep down into the lungs, being present with your breath, feeling the breath flowing in, experiencing the breath, bring your attention to your breath. And then as you breathe out, breathing out through the mouth, imagine that any thoughts, any mind chatter is just flowing out on the out breath. The breath is it's as if the breath is dissolving the thoughts. You're just letting them go on the out-breath, and you're coming back into this present moment of now and bringing your attention back to your breath, and then you breathe in again. And so you do that 3 times, 3 conscious breaths with the quietening the mind technique. And then that brings us to the 3rd part of this technique, breathing love. So as we did last week with the breathing love exercise, we then practice that for 3 conscious breaths. So we breathe in through the nose again, breathing deep down into the lungs. This time we're breathing in the light and energy of love. As we discussed in the last call, the last live call together, it's like we're breathing in sunlight, but it's the light of love. So we're breathing in love. Down through the nose, in through the nose, down into the lungs, letting that love flow on the breath into our body, filling our body. And then as we breathe out through the mouth, and imagine and feel this love, this energy, this light flowing out our mouth on the breath and flowing all around us, surrounding us, filling our auric field, filling our energy body, filling our spiritual body, filling the space all around us, glowing and pulsating. So it's glowing and pulsating with love, with the energy and the resonance and the light of love. And that brings us to the last part of the technique, where we're going to take a few moments after we've practiced those 3 breaths, becoming aware of the breath, then 3 breaths with quietening the mind, and then 3 breaths with breathing love. We're then going to, with our eyes still closed, just return to breathing normally. So just allow your breath to just return to breathing normally, and allow yourself 1 or 2 minutes to just sit and be still. It's just as simple as that. Sit, be still, be present in the moment, and allow yourself to receive the energy created from this breath technique. Allow yourself to open to your spiritual body, to your spirit, to your essence, to the divinity you are. We just take a few moments with our eyes closed, breathing normally, to just allow ourselves to be receptive, to not do anything, just to bathe in the energy created from practicing those 3 techniques previously. But just see if you can take 1, 2, or 3 minutes to just sit still. Allow yourself to open to the silence within. Allow yourself to open to the beingness you are. And allow yourself to come from an open and receptive space to your spiritual body, to your divine essence. Just bathe, be receptive, be open, and experience. So take time this week to practice this technique, even if it's just 3 times. I often find that it's very powerful for me to start my day with this type of technique, to start my day from this place of connection and centeredness and dropping into the truth of who I am, and then engaging my world from this place of consciousness, of presence, of connection. So thanks again for joining me for this video. Blessings to your week 4, diving into your relationship with your spiritual body and all the gifts that are found there. I'm very grateful to everyone in Circle in the Moving Mountains program, and to Chip Richards for his brilliant stewardship of this sacred 33 days together. So thanks again, blessings to your week, and namaste.